So today, the theme of today's video, why are hopper bottoms so popular on YouTube? All rigged up. As you can see, we'll catch y'all here in a minute once we get started, getting loaded here. I'll get loaded here. We'll let the GoPro. Check her out. Check her out. The old star car cleans up okay. I need to polish them wheels and them. Wanting to act up. Always something with these lights. Anyway, July 7th, Monday morning, after the long 3-day weekend. We need to get moving because there is a thunderstorm coming from straight to the north here, and we are going straight southwest, and we need to get away from it because I spent all weekend pretty much fixing the blue beacons mess up and polishing on this truck. We got her all polished up. Made it up the hill, top of Capcut. We're here in Silverton, Texas. Y'all can see the old hopper bottom hooked up. Them wheels still need attention on this trailer. Pretty bad shape. I had to hit them with some acid. They were so bad, such bad shape the other day or yesterday. So we did beat the rain. We're up on top of the Capcut, and we're gonna shoot on to the west here over to Plainview, Texas. We got 2 rounds to make out of there today. We're gonna go pick up some sulfate, take down to our customer down in Clarendon, Texas. So we did get ahead of the rain. Didn't lose our polish job yet, but today ain't over. I think if that stuff holds together, we might run into it on the way back. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we don't get her trashed out yet. So today, the theme of today's video bottoms so popular on YouTube? What is the deal with the hopper bottom? So we're gonna visit that subject today and have a little talk about it. So, but right now we're gonna get back on the road here. I went ahead and start grabbing something to drink and a couple burritos to get the day started, like I need them. And we're gonna got about 45 miles to go here. 40, right now ain't that far. Probably about 40 miles to go. We'll get over here. When we get to the location, we gotta do our orientation. I was looking at my card. I got like them Parts Am lights. Yeah. Parts Am. Check them out on TikTok shop. But we gotta get reoriented. I think my card went out of April of 2024. So that tells you how long it's been since I picked up sulfate in Plainview. We normally been going to level land for the most part, and for the most part, I don't pull the hopper as much as our other guys do. Usually I'm pulling the tanker this time of year. But y'all know what? What's going on with the tanker work? We talked about that in the past. That is little to non-existent this year. So anyway, let's get on the road. We'll see y'all over at Plainview. Plainview, Texas. Pull in here, get staged up. We're here a little early. It's about 6:37. I don't think they open till 7. Go in and check in and do our orientation and get all that good stuff done. Well, a year and a half, the parking lot ain't any better. Still got craters in it. Try to stay out of the mud the best we can. Load right in here, right there. Those of you who've been on the channel for a while, y'all have seen me here. I've done some videos here in the past. Get around that big water hole right there. I'll get the truck in it. That way we can swing in. What we gotta do, we gotta go in this building over here, turn in our load number, get our paperwork, and then we go into this scale house to check in. And then we come back out here, get in the truck, scale in, and go back there to load. So let's get this tarp road. See them thunderstorms back over there where we came from. Now I might regret rolling that tarp right now. Maybe the rain won't move in while we're in here taking our test and whatnot. Beautiful Monday morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll my tarp back over. I might be in here a little longer than what I think, and it might start raining, so ain't nothing worse than a wet hopper. We got oriented. Man, it's looking nasty. It is looking nasty. Yeah, we gotta roll up on the scales here. Clouds look pretty nasty. Now back to the north, it's kind of clearing out. It's just like all that stuff. I should have left y'all out here on the time lapse. Inside the building in case it starts raining. Normally we load, they got a spout over here. You used to have two spouts here. I think it looks like they took one of the spouts down. So guys, it's been 2 years probably since I've been in here. Gonna go back over here. You got a spout coming out of the building right there, and you got that one right there in front of us. It's hard to see. I gotta hold the phone here, right? Back up right underneath that spout right there. Clean out the spout right quick. Them clouds look pretty wild and wicked. It kind of looks like it's clearing out back to the north. We might get spared. front hopper first. We'll watch our suspension gauge here. When it gets about 60 pounds, that front hopper will be loaded. And then we'll pull up and finish up. And when we're done, it should be, when the back hopper gets done, we should be right on about the 70 mark there. So what's the deal with the hopper bottom? All my hopper bottom videos have always done really good. And in other words, there's a lot of, I guess you'd say, interest in the hopper bottom work. And I would have to say that it's probably just because of the ease of it. Unless you get stuck in grain lines, harvest lines, usually you generally can get in and out of wherever you're going. And especially with the type of work we do, we're kind of in a niche. I haven't really done, per se, big hopper work. We pull these little small ag hoppers, and because the products we haul are pretty heavy, and we don't need those big hoppers. So about the only thing other than hauling fertilizer in these hoppers that I've done is I've been on the corn harvest, and to be honest with you, the corn harvest work really doesn't pay that good. If you blow out a tire that day, you're in the red for that week. So in my experience anyway. Now, I think if you get in and turn the loads, but there's just a lot of weight involved in harvest work. So sitting in grain lines, the loads pay decent, but you don't get very many of them because you're sitting in line all day. You're sitting in line in the field, you're sitting in line at the elevator. So that's the gist on that. Now, our fertilizer, these rates are the same rates as our tanker work. So these loads pay decent. They're good paying loads, and we do work right here around the house all the time. And you know, usually I'm not on the hopper bottom as much as our other drivers are. Usually my father-in-law takes care of most of the hopper work, because usually me and Uncle Adam are on the tankers, and then the boss man just bounces back and forth wherever he's needed at. So that being said, what is it about the hopper that entices people? Now you watch people like old JT out there in Georgia, Florida, Mr. Junkyard Dog. He can shine some light on the commodity hopper business, the guys that do it over the road or regional or whatever. Also, our buddy the Dirty Trucker, he used to have a pretty good channel on it. So I don't think he really makes videos anymore that I've noticed, but those guys shine the light on the regional type work, and those are good channels to watch to get an idea of what's going on, especially JT's channel. He does a real good job. Now, I have thought about, we're kind of into this flatbed deal where I'm probably going to buy a flatbed to do it in our slow times, but I thought about trying to talk the boss man into getting rid of one of these smaller hoppers and trade it for a bigger hopper, a commodity hopper. That way, when we're slow on everything else, we'll have a little bit bigger hopper where we can go do some of this commodity work, and we can run loads out to the Port of Catoosa, to Inola, Port 33, and catch loads coming back out. So that's always a possibility. Now, what would be my idea of a good owner-operator job pulling a hopper? We'll talk about that a little bit more later in the video, but right now we're going to finish getting loaded here, try to beat the rainstorm out of here, and get on down the road. Yep, here comes the rain, guys. And it is coming down. So much for the polish job. It is absolutely dumping now. I think I'm almost loaded though. We are almost loaded. We jumped out and rolled our tarp. what we got. See what we got. And it dumped. No, we're fortunate to have all this rain up here this year for our ag industry, you know. And with that being said, you know, our thoughts and prayers go out to them folks down there in the hill country, down there around Kerrville, San Antonio, where they got all that rain this weekend at all those church camps and whatnot. Man, it's a bad deal. That's a bad deal. So let's keep those folks in our thoughts and prayers. They continue to get some rain down there too. It's a mess. You know, that very easily, we were planning on going down there this year. I don't know now. We're going to get an Airbnb on one of those rivers, and I don't know. We were planning on going toward the end of this month. I don't know now. I think everything's gonna be a mess down there. Now let's get on this scale and go in here and see what we got, how we did. Her paperwork still nasty looking over there, so we're gonna run into some more going back that way. But yep, you heard that. Here's a thundering. Oh well, here's what it is, y'all. Good thing we got the polish on there now. We got us a base coat, got us a good base coat that will last. It'll make it easier to polish in about a month now before we go to the truck show in Dalhart, Texas. They're at the 806 Big Rig Roundup. So let's boogie on down the hill back down to Clarendon. We got about a 100-mile drive to go. London, Texas. Go in here and kick her off. Yeah, not real quick like though. Looks like they're loading out the tender truck. Well, Chris is still right here running. Jeff must be on vacation still. If y'all caught it when we were coming in here, but it rained its butt off in the area of what we call Bryce, kind of off of Highway 70 south of Clarendon, where 256 and 70 come together. Big
let me know when you're ready.
Good farming area, real good farming area right there. Good fertile ground. It's kind of down in a valley, and good water down there. But there's a creek down there. It's called Mulberry Creek. That thing was bank to bank and rolling. I caught a little video of it as we were going across the bridge, and it's kind of rolling pretty good though. So it's kind of hard to see, but it was in that. Matter of fact, if I remember while I'm editing, and don't just skip over me talking here to the next clip. I'll put it back up right here. But man, they said they got 2 inches out there in a matter of just in an hour, I guess, or 30 minutes. It came down. Bar ditches were running there also. If you look on that video, when I was coming north up 70 after I made the turn north there, the daggum bar ditches are running good. So we got some really good rain through here. Cotton sure is going.
Right lane is closed up ahead.
So we got the front hop or the back hopper unloaded. Chris is in there pushing it up right now. As soon as he gets it put up, then we'll go in there and we'll empty this front hopper. We'll get out of here. We'll get back up to Plainview and get our second load. We talked to the boss man a while ago. We're actually going to be running the tanker tomorrow. That's my favorite thing to do, run the tanker. So we get back under it. We're going to be hauling for our guys right here at Clarendon again. I got 2 loads out of Woodward, Oklahoma, back up there stomping grounds. Hope I remember how to get up there. Man, to be honest with you, I can't can't tell you the last time I was up at Woodward. It was probably back in April, I would imagine. So it's been a little while. We're going to do that. That trailer's already all cleaned up. I actually hauled some loads last week out of Cactus, and I got it washed on my way.
Yes, sir.
And so it's nice and clean. We're gonna rinse the truck back off again this evening when we get in, so it'll be good and clean. And maybe we'll get lucky tomorrow and not run into no rain. So we'll see how it goes. When we get back to Plainview, we're gonna talk a little more about this hopper and what I think would be the best job pulling a hopper as an owner-operator if you were in that area. So, a nice flat glass flat top. I'm my boy, that flat glass flat top.
Yeah, canoe.
Good looking ride, hell. I'm tucked in about a block off the highway here, but I seen you go by.
I appreciate it, driver.
Anyway, that's a good looking ride. But if I save it on my, trying to save it on my dash cam here. See if
Hey, this crop duster just up here playing.
Yeah.
Be riding around, ain't it?
Anyway, we're gonna get done here. We'll talk a little bit about the
Flying around drinking cold natties.
hopper dream
Probably.
job. So here, today.
I got the wrong field 3 times.
Anyway, we're gonna get her did. We'll talk to y'all in a minute. Loading it out as fast as we can load it in. Bring it in. Texas. Back again. Looks like we got a van trailer and a flatbedder in here. Here we got to go into the office and check in again and go back in here and load. We're the only hopper here right now, so it should be pretty easy pleasy in and out. parking lot. Done got humid too. The old sun came out, warming up. And look at those grasshoppers. There you go. Mess. Gotta wait on that dry van to get off the scale, and then we'll ease on up there. Okay, guys, we scaled in here. Gotta back into the building again, just like on the last round. Man. Good.
You have an overweight permit?
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Right. If you get your right side as close as you can to me, just keep it straight. And
okay. The dream job, hopper bottom dream job. And for any of y'all that have any input on the video and what would be a good hopper bottom job, leave it down in the comments or something you done that actually had decent pay, had decent home time, and just a decent work experience too, and while you were doing that particular job. So, but to me, if I wasn't so old, and I don't want to relocate, so that's the biggest kicker on it more than anything. I do not want to relocate from where I'm at. We're homesteaded, we're there. It's about to be 50 years old. House is paid for, almost paid for. I really don't want to start all over again in that regard. So, but Bruce Oakley Trucking out of Little Rock, that right there, seems like they treat the drivers really good. I listened to the podcast. I've actually met a few guys that work there. I really think they have a good environment, and to keep their hoppers moving. I don't think you're going to break the bank there. You're not going to get rich, but I think they got good, steady, consistent work. And they also have other options too. You could get on the end-up side or the pneumatic side if you wanted to, if it did get slow on the hopper side. So I really think that, to me, would be a heck of a deal. I know to make it work, you gotta stay out 2 or 3 weeks at a time to really make it work and make it profitable, unless you live right there, Port 33, Catoosa, or over there at Little Rock. You have to live in those areas to really make it work. So with that being said, like I said, go down in the comments and let me know what your idea of the hopper job would be. So this video is not very long. I just want to talk a little bit of, man, the hopper bottom videos do great, y'all. Every time I post a hopper bottom video, it's got a lot of feedback and a lot of views. And the views kind of stay consistent over time. So I'm just really curious on what everybody likes about the hopper bomb world. And also, I'll link down in the description a link to Junkyard Dog's channel, OJT. Let him know 806 Driver sent you over there that way if y'all go check him out. He's got a really cool channel. Got a Kenworth he's got all fixed up and done up nice. And hoping he'll get to come out here for one of these shows. He's talking like he's going to try to get out to the one in Dalhart, or maybe the one in Seminole if we can find him a load coming out from the East Coast, down there, Georgia, Florida, Alabama, somewhere coming out this way. So that is the plan, somebody call it. But we'll see how it goes. Also talking about making G-Bats, and I'm going to try to make G-Bats this year. I've said it every other year when they have the show every other year. So I've said it that I want to make that show, and we're going to try to make it this year. We'll go to it. It's been a while since we've been to a big show. I preferably like the smaller shows, like the one up at Dalhart, the one at Seminole. They're just, I don't know, more about the working class guy, working class truck. G-Bats is that way too, though. G-Bats is all about the working class truck. So that being said, we're going to finish getting loaded here, get scaled out, and we'll get back down to Clarendon and make our last drop for today, and we'll go home and rinse off this truck and get under our tanker and get ready to do a little bit of tanking, yanking tanks, making bank. Come on, that's the plan for tomorrow. We'll see y'all here in a minute. I don't know why I always say that every time I end the clip. We'll see y'all here in a minute. Of course you're gonna see me in a minute if you keep watching. Got her loaded. Go around here, go in the office and get her paperwork. We ordered, give me an online order. They finally opened up the Whataburger they built here a while back in Plainview. So we're gonna go check it out. This guy blocked the whole daggone parking lot. Now let's go get her paperwork. Roll the tarp.
It's available now. Did you do an audio?
So we stopped over here at the Toot and Totem truck stop off of I-27 and Highway 70. It's a Whataburger right there. Just opened up, so we ordered on the app while we were in there loading. Picked it up. Toot and Totem's pretty handy. Diesel's usually pretty cheap here on Mudflap. They got a barbecue joint inside that Mitch's. Right across the street over there is a Brahms ice cream and hamburger place, which is pretty good. You got the Whataburger here now. Then there's a Papa John's right here and an Arby's on the other side. So, and then not too far we'll walk back down the service road is a Pizza Hut. And then next door is like some kind of restaurant, bar and grill type deal. I can't remember what it's called, but there's a lot of good eating options right here. Sitting there thinking about it, 21 years ago to this date pretty much, I was out here on the east end of town at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Institutional Division. No, I wasn't locked up, but I was going through the Prison Guard Academy, which I wasn't a guard. I was actually a warehouse supervisor for 2 years for TDCJID at the TL Roach Unit in Childress, Texas. So I did that for 2 years before. That was right after I got out of the Army and right before I went to the oil field. So y'all check out this truck. This is what the rat rod looked like with the paint job. Man, that thing's pretty. We're about to get on out of here. Get on down the road. Oh yeah, got me a green chili double. So if you've only tried just the regular hamburger, at Whataburger, and you're from where there's not Whataburgers, and you didn't like it, you got to try out the green chili double. Give it a chance. Clarendon, Texas, once again. Almost 3:30 p.m. Got her took her time getting back over here. It's look about 90 degrees out. I think 100% humidity. Didn't push the truck real hard. There's a pool coming into town here. It's just a steady uphill for about 15 miles. This is a hard pool when you're loaded and it's hot. It's getting crowded by cars on the left. I gotta make a right hand turn here. There's a telephone pole right there, and there's a trash can right there. We made it. Look at this guy. He's gonna rush to get out here. I gotta hurry. I gotta hurry up and get out here and get in that lane. Oh man, some people in a hurry to go nowhere, getting paid by the hour. Alright, let's get swung in here and see what's going on. They might be doing some loading. dropped the hopper off, washed the truck. It don't look perfect, but it looks a lot better than it did. Tried to salvage what I could out of my polish job. It don't look bad though. like I said, it's gonna have to be redone in about 3 weeks. 4 weeks. 4 weeks. Before August 15th. For the truck show. So we're gonna be doing it all over again. But tried to salvage it. Going to the house right now to pick up the tanker. It is all cleaned up already. Like I said earlier in the video, I believe. I washed it the last time I pulled it. So we're going to grab it and get ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow morning, we're going to head up to Woodward, Oklahoma. We got 2 rounds out of Woodward. You got to take one down to Groom, Texas, and one over to McLean, Texas. So, got a full day tomorrow on the tankers. It's hot. It's showing 84, but man, it's humid. It's already 6:30 in the evening, so man, little 806 probably looking for me. How much on my bet he's back here in the swimming pool again, where he has been. My camera notice has been going off. So yep, he's back there. So might get to see him for a minute. Get hooked up here to the tanker and call it a video. Call it a day. Let's back her up here. I'll put you out there, that way you can see a little bit. Sometimes, where my big, there it is, need my big crescent. Sometimes, when it gets too hot, these hydraulic lines get pressure on them, can't hook them up. Little chicken wing. Miss 806 over there cleaning up chicken wings little play area. You gotta come over here. Bust the fitting loose. Leave that pressure. How you doing, Mac? Good old Mac. Yeah, we got her cleaned back up somewhat. Nothing like it should be. See if we got the pressure off here. tanker. We're gonna take her back down to the yard and park her for the night. So be sure, let me know what your favorite thing about any hopper bomb work you've ever done, or what you would like to do maybe in that game. So just drop down the comments and let us know what you think. We appreciate all y'all watching. Keep the shine side up, hammer down. We'll see y'all in the next.